Hello and welcome to the Critically Curious. Today we're going to be talking about Crusader Kings 3. We have finally got the free update, which is update 9, and we've also got the new DLC, which is Royal Courts. Now, we've been waiting for this for absolutely ages, so I'm excited to say that it is finally here. We have to download it. The DLC is not free, of course. You do have to pay for that, but there is that free update. So everyone's going to be getting something new today within Crusader Kings 3, whether you get the DLC or not. So within today's video, we're going to unpack exactly what's changed, what's new, and what does it mean for the future of our campaigns. And as ever, if you are after Crusader Kings 3 knowledge, especially if we're talking about console, because that's what I've been dedicating the last few, or every single Crusader Kings video actually on the channel too. This is all for you console players. So if you want to get more videos, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We also have an active and growing Discord as well. The link for it is down in the description. We do have several Crusader Kings 3 players within it. So if you are stuck on something or you just want to share your journey and experience, feel free. Now let's start this video with the most obvious change. The Royal Court has introduced an actual court that you can hold within your kingdom now. This is a visual screen and a visual change. It can only be accessed, however, if you are a king or an emperor. Now, one thing I would say that makes this even more exciting is that not only can we now hold court, but there are 4 different distinct styles of court depending on your culture. Also, you can see the visual changes depending on the grandeur of your court. As you play through this game, you're going to very quickly find out that you can improve and make improvements to your court. And having a more grander court is going to bring bonuses to your realm, be it also cost you distinctly more as well. Just how much of an impact this is actually going to have within your game is going to be really interesting to see. I really can't wait to dive in and start a playthrough, because I feel like this is going to have deep consequences. Another thing I think seems quite interesting is the 4 different varieties of courts actually have unique and different bonuses and traits along with it, which I think is going to be really interesting. Also, you can actually change the language that your court speaks, or I guess your realm speaks, and depending on the language that you speak, it actually brings a certain extra grandeur with it. Because, for instance, let's say you are a lowly little kingdom, but you've got this absolutely amazing huge kingdom not too far from you. You can imitate their language just to make your court seem that much more smarter. This is a small change, but I really quite like it. I think that especially if you have a reaching kingdom or even an emperor, the fact that you're going to be able to manipulate the language in which your kingdom speaks, I think that's just kind of cool. And as you can see on screen right now, I have changed the level of grandeur for my court, and I got different bonuses for doing that, or rather I changed the different bonuses activated within the court. Now, all of these different changes do cost you. This is a month-by-month increase. It's something you're going to have to manage. It's going to be an extra expense of your realm, but by the looks of it, it's going to be worth investing in. Another huge part of this is the fact that now court artifacts have also been added to the game. This is going to have a huge impact in your game because it does change and add several more elements to Crusader Kings 3. If you do manage to get your hands on an artifact, or maybe even have one made for you, as that is an option, you can actually decorate your throne room with it, which will in turn increase the grandeur of your court, and of course you'll get those extra benefits along with that. Personally, I've been looking forward to artifacts being added into this game since launch. Obviously, everything on console is a little bit dated because it's been out on PC for a very long time. Along with it, artifacts have been out for a very long time as well. So I'm really excited the fact that we have this now within the console version. Now, as I already mentioned, you can actually inspire or get people within your court, within your realm to make an artifact. On top of that, you can also challenge another ruler for their artifact as well. There's also schemes that you can start in order to steal an artifact or to have a claim on an artifact. It's going to add a lot more to the game, a little bit more depth, and I think it's going to add a lot more role-playing possibilities to this game because, you know, previously Crusader Kings 3 is very much the story that you create. Well, it's going to add a huge extra layer and element to your game. And with that being said, there is also an inventory system that has been added. This previously wasn't part of our game. Now we're going to be able to not only find artifacts and stuff like that, but we're going to be able to actually equip it as a weapon or a piece of armor or a trinket. Now, I haven't delved into too deeply at the type of artifacts you can actually get, but I'm very excited to see what I'm able to steal off another kingdom or even create within my kingdom myself, and just how pimped out I can actually get my king. Now, visually, we've already established that we now have a royal court, and we can hold court as well. But more importantly, with holding court, there are also new court positions. We've already had a court physician in the past, but now we're going to have things like a bodyguard or a champion. There are a huge amount of different positions that are now available to us, including a jester. All of these come with different buffs or debuffs. All of these positions cost money and upkeep, and something you are going to have to manage. Money now, after this update and DLC, is going to become more important than ever before, I think. And a lot of these positions become available to you depending on the different people within your court and the level of grandeur that your court actually is. This DLC is incredibly exciting and just adds a huge amount of depth to this game. And to be fair, this game already had a crazy amount of depth to it. So I'm really glad to see that these new systems and things have been added. But hey, this update is not over yet, because on top of everything else already added, they now have a new components where cultures can now be hybridized, and you can blend different cultures and within time adopt this blended culture as your actual culture. This really does add a huge amount of changes to this game and loads of different extra systems. Now, I've watched a few videos about the culture blending, and it is going to take time. This isn't going to be something that you're going to be able to do within a couple of years. It does take generations, but it's nice to see that once again, not only can we now change the languages spoken, but also the actual cultures themselves, and being able to blend two completely different cultures and make them into whatever it is your empire, your kingdom happens to be. And to about cap it all off, they decided they are not done yet. They've also added a new Dynasty Legacy path, which is quite exciting. They had added one with the last update as well. They've also added new portrait assets, meaning you're going to be able to customize a little bit more. And on top of that, they've also included brand new troops, brand new men-at-arms have been added. There's a few of these that's been added as well, so I'm quite excited to see what these look like, how they play out, the different buffs they have, what they're weak against, strong against, that kind of thing. It's just going to add an extra layer of strategy to your game and combat. To be honest, this is one hell of a packed update and DLC, but they are not done yet. Another feature that has been asked for that is on PC is being able to create your own coat of arms. And I'm pleased to say with update 9, we're actually able to do that. We can now create our own coat of arms, which just adds an extra layer of personalization to your kingdoms. And after all of that, we are about done. That is everything, or about everything, that they have added to this game. Of course, I'm going to list the full patch notes in the link down in the description for you guys to have a little merry old gander through. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And of course, we've got to do a plug because we are going to be doing a brand new playthrough for this game, for this DLC, just seeing what this DLC and update actually has to offer. But until next time, I've been a monk, you've been a Crusader, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, happy gaming.